There you go. Ready when you are?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we start now?
Alright, welcome to Obsolete Gaming, everyone. We're back again.
I love this. Do you put our crap like the 30 seconds before each video on the beginning of each video?
Yeah, typically.
Yeah. So it's just us going, you ready? Yeah?
Yeah. Me telling you the butt crack thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, mention that. So you went to the toilet
No,
after
I've
the last episode.
already put it in.
Have you?
Well, I will do, so yeah. So for
Do we
the
need,
viewer,
do we need
I
like,
have.
do we need like 15 seconds of silence for you to deliver the antidote? Or are you just going to do it again?
No, I've already slotted it in at the start.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to do that as a prequel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting them in behind the curtain, Richards. We shouldn't be doing this. Thanks to your incompetence, I'm having to tell them what I do for you.
Hang on. We'll start again. Hi, Twin, how's it going?
Anyway,
welcome back to Obsolete Gaming.
We're about to do a mission which is key to the game, but will mean nothing to either you or Richards because we've not been following the story. But basically...
It'll mean nothing to me because I've just been sitting here drinking and rabbiting on bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. But basically, we're about to kill MacLeod Faustin, who you've not even met because I've skipped all the cutscenes, so you didn't meet him at all.
Okay. Nice. Because the whole idea of this, I remember us talking about this, was I wanted to play this game because I got to a certain point and then for whatever reason left it, be it I got stuck, be it commitments elsewhere, blah 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 blah. So I wanted to follow the storyline, so I wanted to be able to watch this in a couple of weeks' time and go, oh yeah, I remember this, and now I'm sitting here drinking, talking bollocks, and I have no idea where we are in the story.
Well, the issue is that we could watch all the cutscenes with you guys, but I'm still unsure as to the, the whole, not legality of it, but the whole copyright thing. Plus...
I know about this, right? So your cutscenes are okay as long as we're talking over them.
But then, if we're talking over them, then what's the point of people watching the cutscenes? I've got subtitles, I suppose. But more importantly, we've got no sound. So we wouldn't be able to make sense of it at all. I mean, again, subtitles, but you kind of need the whole atmosphere of the sound and things.
Yeah, but you know the story anyway.
I know the story, yeah. That guy they're about to kill, but... the thing is, we could get around this, right? We could get a headphone splitter, like head jack splitter, so that we both will have. No, it's a few quid.
Yeah, but we don't have a few quid.
I could scrape a few quid from behind the sofa.
Well, I'm glad you've got that sort of money lingering down your sofa.
But the thing is, then we wouldn't be able to hear each other's voices very well. I think,
that's not unless
a bad thing there's some way to do that. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know. So for now, we're just having like very low sound or none at all. I'll get shot from every angle. I forgot to get the armour that they provide you with.
As long as I can sit here drinking, like in the last episode, I enjoy my drink.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah,
and I'm quite happy to. Well, Twin was dicking around trying to catch us up with where we were on the PC version. We had some quite hot topics of conversation, and what was it? Jack Daniels, that was it.
I don't know Jack Daniels. What's that?
Being alcohol. So. In the May of 1998, when Frank Sinatra died, he was buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels. Now, I don't particularly want to be buried, but I was thinking to go with a crate at John Smith's would suit me down to the ground. Be it cremation or... you suck. Alright, Chewbacca.
Carry on.
But anyways, I was thinking, a crate at John Smith's, I think that would, if I was to go tomorrow, I think that would suit me down to the ground.
But why?
Why?
Yeah.
That's my favourite drink.
Okay.
Well, why
Well,
not?
tell you, if you do die, I'll make sure that happens then.
Good.
But you're not getting buried anyway, so
I don't want to get buried. But
do you want to burn the alcohol with you?
Yes, because that would just combust all over the place. It'd be awesome. I'd be going out in a ball of explosions everywhere.
There'd be the cemetery at night, late at night, like you just see smoke pour out, and then suddenly a fireball goes out.
No, I think what should happen is my ashes should be put in a can of John Smith's and then tipped out somewhere. That'd be
mixed
awesome.
in. Actually, no, fuck it. We'll make a John Smith protein shake out of you and your ashes. There you go. How about that?
But I mean, between you and me, I mean, dying's never been an issue for me.
I don't want that.
It's always been something that's said to me that when it happens, it happens. You have no control of when it happens. It just does. Your clock's ticking down.
We don't have control of when it happens yet, Richards.
Well,
that can all change in the next,
Well, this goes back to our conversation
decades.
the other day when we was talking about cryogenics.
The other day? A few hours ago.
Well, it would be the other day on this.
I guess, yeah. So for you guys,
you're
thinking, you see, yeah, well done.
Yeah, but like we were saying, it's like cryogenics. It wouldn't be the answer. I'd rather just die of natural causes or whatever would kill me in today's I say today's in. My plan is to live to 107 specifically.
Why that?
Why? Because in 107, when I am 107 years old, the year will be 2100.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to see the first century of the millennium.
You're in the first century of the millennium.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it out to the end.
Oh, you see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'd be quite, just to have on my ashes. I saw the first century of the millennium. Because how many people can say that?
All the other 107-year-olds.
No.
Bearing in mind, they're sort of in 100 years' time.
Yeah, in 100 years' time, might be common.
Medical science will have moved on, and probably a lot of people today will still be alive in 80 years.
What was it? This was a while back. I'm sure I read something that goes along the lines of the first person to live to 150 is already alive. The first person to live to 1,000 will be alive in the next 10 years. And this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago I read that. Something like that. Just because because medical science keeps going.
Yeah.
And you want to reach that lucky point where your age of expectancy goes up and you follow it.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be. So in theory, you live forever.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah. I'd rather not. I think living forever would be more of a curse than a blessing.
I think it'd be impossible unless they can find a way to make brain cells regenerate. No,
I'm sure.
Definitely. Because there's talks of being able to upload your consciousness onto a computer. But the thing is, once you do that, how do you know that you're... Because if you can do that, then surely you can just make a copy of it. So which would you be then? Would you be the real you or the copy of you?
Well, this goes back to when I was watching The Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon Cooper was sitting there going, I wouldn't like teleportation because it's me in a completely identical way, but not the original.
Exactly. That's exactly my thought on it. Like how it's not you. You've been destroyed, and then a copy of you has been recreated elsewhere.
Yeah.
So it's not actually you. It's just someone who thinks they're you.
But you're identical in every single way.
Exactly. So that's you. So me, that as I am now, would be dead, and that's where I'm scared. So I would never do it.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know you're dead because you'd be your clone.
But my clone wouldn't know. I would know.
But you'd be dead. So you wouldn't know. But your clone
that's why I wouldn't do it, because I'd be dead and I don't want to die.
See, that's just science. I mean, I had some Jehovah's Witnesses at the door the other day, and he was going on about how God has all these plans and things like that. And I asked him a simple question, not rude, not obnoxious, not anything like that. When science is only given 5% of the chance that Christianity's have, how do you expect us to know the answers? Do you know what? You can give me a solid answer. He was like, yeah, but God has all these plans. Now, he said to me that the human population is 3,000 years old. And I went to him, well, okay, so in the last 150 years, science has really come on. Yeah, so since the late 17, early 1800s, yeah? Science has really come on, it's started to make progress in understanding things like that. So if you've got 5% of anything to do, so like completing 5% of this game, do you know what's going to happen at the end? No. If you drink 5% of a beer, do you know how much how you're going to feel at the end of that beer? Do you know what I mean? And things like that. If you're only given 5% of the opportunity to get to understand something, you're not going to understand it completely. And being Christians let's just label everyone to keep them all inclusive and all encompassing. Let's call them religionists. Yeah. I'm being all encompassing. I'm being fair to everyone. Yeah. Not just Christians, everyone. And it's, if you've had this for thousands of years, Judaism I think is 5,000 years old, Muslim and Christians 3,000 plus, then you're not going to know the answer to everything. If science has only had the last 150, 200 years, you're not going to know anything. That's a very short period of time. So why not give science the chance? Instead of going, yep, God knows. But how does God know? Who is God? Where does he live? What's his address? How do I speak to him? And it's very shallow, but is there such thing as religion? Wasn't Christianity started on a
well, religion's a real thing.
Well, no. Religion's a real thing, but wasn't Christianity started on an adulteress's imagination?
Oh, I don't know the
Oh,
origins.
Joseph, I never slept with anyone else. It must be God's.
Yeah.
You say that today, oh yeah, it's not mine, it must be God's. People will look at you crazy and put you in a home, but you say that 2,000 years ago, oh well, she can't be lying. She can't, that's I think that's my main beef with religion, really. It's just, if someone's into religion, and they're willing to see a perspective of something else, then I'm quite happy with it. But when there's no, religion's right, everything else is wrong. No.
Well, the thing is, I'm willing to listen to anyone who takes critical looks at things. But if you take a critical look at religion, you'll see that it just doesn't add up. So there are no people who look at things critically or their religion critically that believe in it.
Yeah.
So you're kind of at a dead end.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the flaw. I think religion was fine when it was needed because it answered questions that people had at the time.
Well, yeah, it provided a sort of...
Yeah, because no one had the answers to them at the time.
Yeah.
Whereas now we've got answers to solutions that people now have.
Yeah.
You know, where did we come from? Well, we came from the monkeys. They evolved over thousands of years. Here's the proof. Here's the skeletons of all the generations of humans. Not a case of we were in a garden that nobody knows exists thousands of years and God said not to eat an apple and the woman did and, you know, hence childbirth and woman was created from a man's rib. Well, was she really created from the rib of a man? Men are incredible, but not as incredible as pigs. Because pigs have bacon. And bacon is just the answer to everything. You know?
Well...
Do you know pigs are the only animal more useful dead than they are alive?
Only animal?
Only animal.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of animals that I can't find useful. I mean...
Well, no, but pigs...
That's so very, arrogant in it as a human. There are no animals any use other than me. If they can feed me, they have a use.
Cows are useful alive. They produce milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, sheep are useful alive. They produce wool. You see what I mean? Pigs don't produce anything useful while they're alive, apart from manure.
But there's lots of animals that don't provide us with anything when they're alive until they're dead. Leopard.
What is? I don't remember going down to Tesco's and buying
kangaroo. You can have kangaroo. We sell kangaroo burgers. I say we at my supermarket that employs me.
Do you?
Yeah, we sell and always ostrich.
I'm sure kangaroo
and ostrich.
The thing is though, kangaroo and ostriches aren't native to the UK. If we were to go to Australia, I'm sure they'd have uses over there. But I can't think of any because, well, I'm English.
Okay.
And that's not the sort of thing that...
Alright, what about dog?
Do you eat dogs?
No, but the Koreans do.
Are we Korean?
No.
Dogs provide companionship. You keep them as domestic animals. I wouldn't eat my little Dexter. I
don't know, man. He's got a little chubby belly on him.
Yeah, he has. That's because he keeps eating crap. He had half my pizza, the fat bastard. And Mum doesn't help either. She started giving... I used to be able to he just ate biscuits. While he was a puppy, he just ate biscuits. That's all he ate. Then when I moved back in with Mum, she was like, oh, you need to get him some dog meat. So I bought him dog meat. And she was like, oh, you need to put gravy with his biscuits. You know, soften them up for him. So now he has to eat gravy. I brought him up here last month. I just brought up biscuits thinking, oh, I'll be fine. Did he touch the fuckers? No. 24 hours.
Was it because there was no gravy on him?
Because there was no gravy and because he didn't have his meat in the morning. So you know what? I had to feed him bloody McNuggets. Because of what he didn't eat. He ate them. He wolfed them right down. But did he want to eat the bloody biscuits on their own? No, he didn't. So, but yeah.
I know.
So he's a right pig. But yeah, they provide companionship. And like I was saying to you the other day, in the last couple of weeks, now he's settled back in my new place, he's getting quite cuddly and he's, companionship. So that is a use. That's something important. Pigs don't provide companionship because they're incapable of it.
Have you ever owned a pet pig?
No.
Well then, until you've owned a pet pig, you cannot say that.
Yeah. Well, Stephen Fry says, and you can't argue with that.
Hang on, you can get pot-bellied pigs as pets. Little
micro pigs, that's what you
you can get one of them.
You can get one of them as pets.
Oh, there you go then. A pig that has a use when it's alive.
Yeah, but you can't chop it up for bacon afterwards, can you?
You wouldn't get much, but you could.
Yeah, but the micro pig's no bigger than a Jack Russell. The bacon you get on that.
Smaller than that, aren't they?
Well, even so. Well, my Dexter's what? Less than a foot. It must be just over a foot long. Mm-hmm. And these little micro pigs, they're smaller than that. You wouldn't get bacon off that, would you? They'd take the piss.
On that note,
in the next episode, we'll be talking about tits and penises.
Apparently.
No, we won't. Well, we might.